That one. Wait, why haven't you done the... Oh, for goodness sake. Save. Cancel? Yes. I hate YouTube sometimes. Hello everyone, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome back to Pacific Drive, the game that has kind of taken YouTube by storm. I've watched a few people play it actually, and a few people have kind of, they've made their videos. Sorry, I was running the car because I was trying to track down some things. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, it's kind of taken YouTube by storm. A lot of people playing it. I watched Manituno play it, do his video on it last night. I hope he plays some more of it on streams because that could be quite fun. Oh, that's my hydro generator. Do I have a spare one of those? I can just pull off. Yeah. I had a small accident. Let's say that. By small accident, I do mean I lost the car. It was my own fault entirely. I ran out of fuel, and it took me way too long to realise that I'd run out of fuel. So the entire car was destroyed. However, I've kind of cobbled it together out of parts that I had lying around the garage and parts that the friendly dumpster gave to me. There was one of these cars sitting outside the abandoned Squire, which was a bit of a surprise actually. Did I look in the car? No, I didn't. Just empty that out. I've got so many little car parts and all this sort of stuff. It was fairly easy to cobble together a new car for this run. So the idea behind this run, I can't actually remember. I set this up last night and then didn't actually continue. Yeah, I want to go down to here because I don't know what's down here. So and that's also where my car died, but it was when I went there in it was not great. Bad things happened. Hopefully won't lose the car again this time around, but should be good to go. I've got fuel. Oh, we don't need our wipers. And off we go. I should have known it was going to be a bad run because almost immediately my on the first jump, my battery fizzled, and I basically just had to pull it out the back seat and just toss it away because there was no point in keeping it. It was hissing. I didn't like it hissing behind me, so I just tossed it. So anyway, yeah. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of exploration. Oh, I've got a quirk. There you go. So I can't fix this now, but every time I turn right, the wipers wobble. That's going to be interesting. But I did learn quite a lot of rather interesting stuff because of that fairly horrendous run last night. First things first, the red storm isn't just an instant death. It's nasty, but I've got quite a lot of physical upgrades on. Suddenly, if you go in early, the car was wrecked. Like, all 4 tyres were blown. Everything was broken. It was not in a good state. Now, what I learned from that is, in theory, and this is something that I may put to the test at some point. In theory, I could build a car specifically to withstand that storm. I think. With the idea of actually doing a storm run, because in storms, hello, in those big red storms, what can happen is you get a drop of peculiar parts. I don't need that. Don't need the food. I'll just take the resources. Yeah, so you can get a stock of peculiar parts, which could be quite useful. I will also just do a quick scan, just to make sure I'm not missing anything that I actually care about. I don't think so. I think we're all good. What's that one? What is that one? Oh yeah, that's the Squire. I think we're good, actually. There's a second Squire there. There's nothing on that I care about at the moment. The Squires are kind of cool for sort of mid-game. It's an easy way to get armoured parts. But late game, it's just like, whatever. You know, at late game, you're looking for Olympium. I should note, I've completed the game. You know, there's no more game there. I'm doing this. I'm doing these runs more for fun now. You know, get some achievements, build up the cards, kind of see where sort of the game goes to, I guess, just of late game stuff. That is a useful thing. There is now a marker to say when the game is saving, because it saves between jumps. Of course, that's gonna just keep happening. Yeah, this was the other thing that caught me last night. So on the last jump, I had anchor obfuscation, and I couldn't find the anchors, and I didn't have enough to just jump through, and yeah, everything just kind of went horribly wrong, which I think is I like that in a game. It's fair. You know, if you do not prepare for anything, the zone will kill you. And that's perfectly fine. In my book. In fact, the game has been a little bit easy. Damn it. It's a tourist right on the edge of that log there. I think we're kind of going around here. Yeah, the game is fair. And it's tough, sure, but it never says, okay, you're just dead now. It says, you are dying now, but I'm going to give you a bit of a chance to get out of this. Now, we are currently in a bit of a storm, but I don't think we're in that bad of a storm. We're not in like a really bad. The storms, the big wobbly storms that can't come in are really epic. Like to the point where the car is actually moving because of the strength of the wind, and in some cases trying to flip over. For this, we're just going. This is pretty much just an exploration run. To see what's out here. That's a spike puzzle. So the sorts of things I would be doing to this car for a radiation run, basically, because the final one is a huge amount of radiation. You know, lead, you know, puncture-proof tyres, just everything that's basically big and hardy and not hugely effective, but I think it could be quite interesting to do. I should also note I've put in the a fuel, the eerie darkness, which is incredibly eerie. Oops. I think I may not have scanned one of these cars, and I don't know which car type it is that I've not scanned. I think it may actually be this one, the painted one, because there's no ability to scan it. You can scan the parts of it, but you can't scan it itself, which is a bit weird. I think it might be a bug. Alright. So anyway, yeah, so I cobbled this one together out of the parts I had, which is why everything's just very hodgepodge right now. But as I said, it was completely right that that I lost the car last night, because I was not prepared for that at all. Oh, thingy-majig. Always check these. They sometimes have the notes, the red notes in them, but they also sometimes have these like geodes in. And if you get those back to the garage, they give you a ton of stuff. So very worth grabbing that. Oh, there's another one up there. Oh, well, never mind. Let's just get through this. And then we can see if we can find where our car ended up. Obviously, if you're using the highways, you don't get any chance of getting the stabilized limbs. So, but I use it just because it's a lot easier to use the highways. Obviously, they're like this is an exploration run rather than a looting run. Though I am sort of starting to think about preparation for a storm run, which the car is not going to like, I suspect. I need to be a little bit more prepared for that. But that's the nature of this game. Be prepared and you'll be fine. But this is very fun. This is a very fun game, and I don't like the idea that I have watched a lot of people on YouTube play this, and people say this is a horror game. It's not. It's not a horror game. Yeah, the tourists are a bit weird, but this is not a horror game. This isn't. You're not going to get. Well, you might get jump scared by a tourist. To be fair, they are a bit weird, but for the most part, this isn't a horror game. This is a drive through the woods. And sure, yeah, some things are a little bit strange, but that doesn't make it a horror game. You know, horror to me is like Dead Space or Alien Isolation. Somebody said, "Oh yeah, I can't play Alien Isolation. It's too scary." It's like, it's not too scary. Yeah, sure. When I played it, I spent half an hour cowering under a gurney, unable to move because the alien was in the room and I hadn't saved for a while. But it's not a horror. But it's not a scary game. It is. That was a mistake. That could have cut my car in half. In fact, it has cut my car in half. I've damaged a tyre. I won't have the materials to fix that. Right. Yeah. But we'll deal with that. Again, that was completely fair. That was my own. That was my own mistake. Right. So, let's talk. Let's show you what people seem to think are the horror aspects of the game. These things. These are tourists. They are crash test dummies. There is certainly, yeah, these are crash test dummies. They do move when you're not looking at them. And there are certain they're not entirely in the same place, I don't think. But as long as you're looking at them, they don't move. When you don't look at them, they do, and they can sneak up on you. These are the most horror type, especially when you're in the eerie darkness and suddenly there's a tourist behind you. These are the most eerie elements of the game. As I said, it's not a horror game. If I just kind of stand here for a minute, they'll probably just sneak up on me a bit. Maybe not. Not entirely sure, but they do move. And yeah, they'll sneak up on you every so often, but you know, they're not a bother. And they'll get in the way every so often as well. They like to sit behind the car, and that's a very good way to lose the entire back of your car when they explode. Yeah, don't hit them, and you'll be fine. And there's different types. There's those tourists. There's shocked tourists, which are ones with the electricity around them. But yeah, I think it's a bit of a misnomer to call this a horror game. It's not. It's a nice drive through the woods with some creepy aspects to it, and cliffs, sudden cliffs. I am looking to grab some limb while I'm here. Every so often I have to try and turn right just to get the oh god, that was a thingy. Driven into an anomaly there. But there we go. There's our limb. It's not much because the thing's quite small, but this is also a very good way to get the world angry at us. I do notice that I've not really explained this game at all for people who may have not seen this before, so I will give it a go. So, Pacific Drive is a game about ultimately driving through a zone in order to gather materials in order to upgrade your car and your garage, and in fact yourself, because there are sort of clothing items that you can get to, you know, reduce the effect of radiation, acid, and electricity damage on your body. That's basically the game in a nutshell. It's slightly anomalous, and there are, obviously, it's not open world. You know, we have these small sections of potentially anomalous ground that we move to by way of gateways to allow us to essentially fast travel from one area to another. There is no saving in these zones, but there are saving between these zones. So if you need to... So the worst that can happen is that you lose your progress from the section that you've driven into. Need to get some fuel, so... The zone gives us all sorts of things that we can just grab. Sometimes it will just give us fuel, which is good because I needed some. I'm tempted to pinch that tyre if I need a sealing kit. Okay, right. Where is my liberator? There it is. This can damage the wheel, which is why I will probably do a couple of them. That's not in bad condition, actually. Good. It's good because I need to pull this wheel off and just shove it in the side. Shove that one on. Get an achievement for that. I am going to be gathering some parts because I do need to stock up on parts a little. The big storm is coming in. Excellent. Right. So, we have a storm coming in. This can be any one of a number of things. It can be, well, it can be radiation, or it can just be a mundane sort of storm, but really sort of ranked up to sort of 11 type of storm. Where is this thing? Looking for, I can probably jump. Oh, no, 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 no. There it is. I wanted to grab this storm. I wanted to grab this so that, before we get hit by the storm, or more importantly, before we leave the area. Alright, there we go. Got this. Can't get into the car because it's next to a tree. Right. Right. This could be interesting. I don't know what this storm actually is. It could just be a swathe of anomalies for all I know. But we can probably keep reasonably ahead of it. There we go. Certainly, if you're on the fence about getting this game, it's probably worth buying. There's about 40 hours of content here, especially as one of my big sort of recommendations for when you play this game is just go prepared. If you go prepared, you're probably not going to lose the car. You only I played through the entire game with I only died once because I drove into a dead end, and that was my own fault. The game did say this is a dead end, do not drive into it, but it still allows you to do that if that's something that you really want to do. Right. So we're going into this zone. This is the Scorch. And we'll see what we can find of our old car. So yeah, it was just sort of my purely my own fault last night. But if you go prepared, sounds fine. And the back is full of just useful stuff that, like battery chargers and all sorts. Right. There's a little bit of, right, from the get-go. We've got one here, so I'm going to be picking that one up. There's a red marker there. I don't know. Oh, that would be where I died. Oh god. No. Bad. I can't actually see, which is part of the problem. Need to get away from this thing that is. Oh, I bet it's actually on me. Okay, well that went interestingly, didn't it? And that's how the game can start messing with you a little. It's fine. Oh, I do need this stuff. I actually need to make a new engine. My engine's had it. It's going to take a little bit of time to gather the materials for me to actually build a new one, unfortunately. So I'm basically running with an engine that is constantly throwing me problems, Also, I'm almost out of fuel. Can I... So I'm used to running with a fuel tank, which I don't currently have one of at the moment, because, yeah, last night, basically. Last night was a thing. So Expeditions gets released on the 5th of March properly. Like, I think it's in early access at the moment. I'm kind of waiting to see maybe some reviews just to kind of see exactly what it's like before I go in on it. I don't know. Oh god, I am out of fuel. Oh, this is what happened last night. That's one way of getting resources. Right, I need fuel. Got some fuel cans. Now, oh right, this fuel synthesizer, it doesn't automatically put stuff into the tank. It puts it into a okay. This is my first time using the fuel synthesizer, just because I'll keep that on me. Yeah, I lost the fuel tank. Might get it back. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we get to our car. Should just be over here. All three of my tyres have problems. Oh right. I might have some. I don't know. We'll have to see what's left in the car really. Right, the ghost is there. There it is. So when you die, you don't necessarily lose everything, but you do lose a portion of your stuff. And it ends up here. Just get rid of that for a minute. I need to get into there. Okay, I can either. Oh well, might as well cut it off actually. So I need to get into that trunk. I've got. I've taken some pretty major beating. Right, at least that's not broken anymore. Right. all-terrain tyres. That was an Olympium door, wasn't it? I'm taking back my Olympium stuff. I've got my Liberator. That's just broken it. I think it must only be a chance of getting it back, but I will basically just go around and what? Oh, there. Oh, I can't put that in there. Got some. Right. That one I can't do anything with. I may as well trash it. Oh wait, they've pinched me. Okay, got my hand back. Right, they can just have that. I'm being dragged away by that thing. Hold on. I have a flare gun. Which can be quite useful of just getting rid of them. We'll just scrap everything off this car and call it a day, I think. Right, that's basically what happened. I think basically I hit the tree and ran out of fuel. I was running with very little fuel in the car as it was, so yeah, stuff happened at that point and everything went horribly wrong. But it's what it is. That's the nature of this game. You win some, you lose some, basically. And now I think we actually get out of here. There's nothing else I want to really do here, so we're gonna bail. And see what I can actually do with what I've got. On running on, yeah, my car is very beaten up right now. And I need to fix these wipers. I do love the quirk system. It gives the car a personality. So the quirk system is things will go wrong with your car that may or may not need to be fixed. Some of it can be kind of useful, like turning on the ignition causes the lights to be brighter. That could be potentially be kind of useful. However, you may not necessarily want that, and so you might want to fix that. My sort of big one has been, went in backwards there. My big one has been whenever I've got the wipers on, the door opens. That happens a lot with my car. Let's get this fixed up. So that's my repair bay, which is a reasonably late game thing. One thing I didn't do, which I might have enough stuff to do. Let's get some. That actually only needs a circuit board, which I can probably make. So. This is my garage. I've basically been slowly upgrading it to have everything that I could possibly need it to have. These things are parts lockers. I've usually got something in here that I can use to patch the car up with if I don't have the resources to do it. I pull out, if I've lost a headlight or something. Usually I've got something in the parts store that I can use to cobble together the car, without necessarily needing to make new parts. We've got storages, so I've just upgraded all the storages now to have all these pneumatic lockers, which are just huge storages. This car changes, I think, depending on how badly damaged you sort of come back. So the default one is just very basic car. Friendly dumpster, kicks out interesting things. It does sort of have a bit of a face in there. It will give you up to 3 sort of bursts of stuff. You have no control over what it gives you. Just gives you useful stuff that it thinks you might need. So if you come back from a trip and you're absolutely shredded, it might actually give you already healed. It might actually give you the stuff that you need to patch your car up again, in order for you to just go back out into the zone. So the game is fairly good at just doing that, just kind of keeping you going. Right, what can I do to make my life easier? I mean, these limb chips, I can only afford 1 of them. I need 3 of them. So I need to do an Olympian run. I might do one of those now. The car's not in the greatest of shapes. I do, however, have enough for a new armoured bumper, and I do need a new armoured bumper. Just to get rid of the insulated one, and I'll just put the insulated one in here. So I'm starting to turn this back into the fortress that it was before the accident. I mean, even what do I need? Rubber. So all 3 of my tyres are cooked. I mean, I could just go out there with spare tyres and just do a rubber run. It's the only rubber. Yes, it was. There was some. Yeah, I saw this somewhere. I was like, yeah. I don't know if that will get me any rubber. I don't think so. Right, okay. Can I make a ceiling kit now? I can make 1. Let's do this all-terrain tyre. Because... I wonder if I've got a puncture-proof one, actually. I think I do. Have a look. There we go. I've got a puncture-proof tyre here. really, you do want similar tyres on each on the front and the back. It just feels like it performs a little bit better if you do that. Less sort of lopsided. So I'm just going to move my tyres around a little. Actually, I have an intact one, don't I? Right, I'll just put that into here. So, I need to fix those up. Right, I've got tyres all the way around now. I don't think I've got a second puncture proof. Nope. Okay. Next up, can I make a blowtorch? I do need a mechanic's kit because I think the front needs the engine's busted. So yeah, that's that. Okay, I can make a blowtorch. So I will. So bonnet. And insulated panel. Fuel. And empty the car. Which I should use the box for. Toss that one in to there, and that one into there. This is my inventory management section. Is that steel door? Yeah, totally keeping that, but let's get it repaired up. Let's get these out. Oh, that one. Okay, right, and that is full of useful bits and pieces. The first aid kits can go in the back. I don't think I can make anything for myself yet. Right. No, I need to get a whole bunch of rubber. Oh no, fabric and Olympium. So these are all your sort of personal upgrades. I need a whole bunch of fabric. So this is really useful, especially when everything goes horribly wrong. Radiation is kind of nasty in this game. Right, well, let's grab a gas canister, fill her up, and where are we at? I can do another run, I think. Do I have? I don't have a spare fuel tank in the back. Do I? Right, let's get a fuel tank in the back, and then... Oh, maybe not. Oh, I don't have the rubber. I can get more of these if I need it. Gonna just put in a backseat tank. I did have one of these, and yes, things went horribly wrong. Right, I should have checked the back seats because there might have been some stuff in the back. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Alright. I do have the thing over there, but I may as well use the stuff out of the fuel synthesizer, as that's it needs to run. You know, it's going to be doing a bit of a passive fill up, so I may as well empty it from here. Especially as I don't think I can put fuel back into the system. And that is sort of running down a bit. I don't know what happens if the nozzle runs out. I don't know if anybody's got that far yet. But, right. Now, let's go off on a drive, shall we? And for this drive, oh lord, the places I would want to go are extreme. That's max, but that's nasty. How would I get there? G1, D1, A3, and then over. But I probably wouldn't have any time to do anything in it. What else do I need? I need I think I may go up this way. So there's blistering words. Need scorch. I mean, I could go up there and be F1 to B1. Yeah, let's go there. Oh wait, before we do, when the oh god, what was it? When the steering wheel goes left, the wipers wobbles. It's not wobbles. Switch this on. It doesn't toggle. Moves slow. Moves fast. No. Gets stuck. It's one of these. There we go. Oh look, I've actually got quite a few quirks with this car. I'm not going to go through. I'm sure I'll run into them if there's a problem. It'll be fine. I'll have to do a complete diagnosis and fix all the bits at some point. But as long as nothing, I will just do a very quick, just sort of doing just a general check just to make sure that the car is happy. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a dome light. I didn't know this either. Oh, that's something. And something is speeding up my headlights. Let's do a quick charge. Something was causing them to move fast, but I don't know what it is. I think we're probably fine. Oh, we'll head on out. Don't need those on. Oh, when I move fast, the speedometer. That's a common one that I get. And it's like, oh, well, you know, you don't really need the speedometer. It's not a huge deal that the speedometer's not working. It's not like I'm trying to keep a constant speed like those timed rallies that they do in the south of France or Italy or somewhere like that. It's just like, yeah, just foot to the floor when you want to go fast. See what we got in here. I always crack these open because it's a massive amount of loot. Some bumper stickers. I think we're good for that. And while I can, I'll just shove it in the side storage. Oh, I forgot to get rid of that tyre. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, something is causing my wipers to go really quickly. I think that's quicker than they should be going. Yeah, it's fine. I don't need them at the moment. The rain, the game does a very good way of just basically saying, look, when it's raining, just put your wipers on. And so you get sort of trained into the idea, even though you don't really need to do it. It's a good idea just to get into the habit of doing it. So when you do actually need to use the wipers, you know where the wipers are. Because when you got that poison sort of stuff splashing the windshield and you need to kind of clear it off quickly, you know exactly what to do. Because the game is fair and it's intuitive. That's the word. It's sort of intuitive. That you know roughly what should stop stuff from happening, because the game gives you enough information that it's not a surprise. And again, it's kind of why I don't really classify it as a horror game, because everything in the game is, when you apply some logic, is surmountable. It's not like you're being stalked by an alien that you don't know how to stop. And you learn more tricks as you go. It's like with the pickpockets, the way I deal with pickpockets these days. Fire a flare at them. They'll go after the flare, pick up the flare as if they've got some kind of trophy, and they're not pulling bits off your car. Again, it kind of goes into the idea of just being prepared and just making sure that you know when you are in a zone with pickpockets, you've got your flare gun to hand. Right. Oh, okay, that's not good. We've kind of got to go through this thing. It's going to fling us sort of up in the air. Hopefully, come down before we get to that. Okay. We have not landed somewhere good. There we go. Right, so these are shocked tourists. Don't hit them. Go through them if you need to. Go around them if you can, but if you need to go anywhere, go through them. Oh, no. That's going to send me right over where I need to be. Got some more shocked tourists here. Really what I want to be is here at this thing. No, that car's going to slip backwards. Right. Shove that in there. And off we go again. This the game does storm so well. It's madness out there, and it's still holding a reasonably steady 30 frames a second, which ain't bad. Oh, nope, that was a mistake. Thankfully, you can just move your car. If that happens, you don't have to abandon it or anything. You just move. You get out, you move it. Right. It's not like a Ford Nova where you can just shove it back over yourself. Yeah, you just use the emergency teleport and it flips it over for you. Alright, so we are going down this road. Probably not got 0.3 limb. That's a car. So yeah, so this little trip, I just want to nip down there to see if I can find the parts to fix up my engine, because my engine has been through the absolute ringer and it keeps breaking. Get one of these limb pulse things. It's my top tip for playing Pacific Drive. Get one of them because they're so useful. They'll prevent abductors from dragging you into the woods. They'll stop those bunny things from attaching to you. They'll fling them off into the wilderness as well, which is good. I almost ran past a truck. That wouldn't be any good. More bumper stickers. I've not really used the bumper stickers personally. I will happily collect them, but I don't use them because also, the gate right, my door is being weird. Right, it's good to know. My driver's door might be quirked. Yeah, I changed the bumpers. I changed the parts of the car so often that I'm barely even just painting it each time, because why bother? I'm only going to be changing part of the car. That's just my feeling about it. Others, maybe they feel a little stronger about that. I don't know. Right, and we get through to here. I need lead. If there's a whole bunch of lead in here, that would be good. In fact, what I should also do is get the... I just need to pop a flare. Normally, be a bit careful with flares because obviously they can attract unwanted attention. But I think I should be reasonably safe here. No, definitely not. They've make sure I grab all the important bits before they get them. Four. Oh, no, no, no. No, no. These things are very attached to me. Right. Well, hopefully they didn't get anything too important out of my pockets there, but we'll leave them to be themselves. Well, we head on out into the wastes. Oh, these things, bollards. Let's check for any useful loot. I can't be bothered to drive all that way unless I'm going sort of near it, which I'm not. That's fine. They can sometimes have good stuff in them, but yeah, not hugely worried. Oh, that, however, I will stop for. And off we go again. I started playing Minecraft again after a little while of just chilling off with it for a bit. I've started playing this called I think it's something like called Steampunk or something on the Forge. I'm still trying to work out what it is, what kind of pack it is, because I think it's like a sort of combat focused one. And then it's got create in it, so it's like, okay, so do you want me to build like ammunition factories? Because I can with that, but then it goes. It's a very strange pack. I'm not entirely sure what it is that it wants me to do yet. Aha, loads of these, excellent. impact hammer. I need an impact hammer, and I don't have one. Why do I not have an impact hammer at all? I don't have an impact hammer at all. Right, this is a problem. This is gonna cook this thing. Right, that is not the tool to, definitely not the tool to use on those. Right, I need an impact hammer. Can I make one? In theory, yes. What I need to do is I need to go this way. Because what I need is the gas cylinders and gears, I think it was. Gas cylinders I can't make, but I can find in these things. I don't need to worry about that until I do. Okay. Impact hammer. Wait, what? I've got a gas. Oh no, I've got pressurized cartridges. I don't have the gas cylinder. I'll go to a different one then. Keep heading. This way. We also need to start getting some loot. I'll go up to this one. Should be somewhere around there. It is. Need to start grabbing these because the zone feels a little rough right now. Nope. I need to get into the car to get this thing off. Right. And this is why you come prepared and make sure that your impact hammer isn't broken. And over it we go. Right, so I probably need one more, and I can then probably chill out. Let's start over here. So that is probably not great trade. That was the gas cylinder. Good. These sort of little cluster of buildings. there's a whole bunch of anomalies around it, most of which I'm unaffected by, apart from all the radiation I'm getting hit with. But I think... okay. I think that's basically it now. So I should now be able to make myself an impact hammer. If I can. And let's assign that to number 3. Oh, come on. Assign me the... assign to 6. No, assign. For whatever reason, it's not assigning it to the slot, which isn't good. Now this is a very high radiation-y area, and it's killing the car. Let's just move on. And yeah, we'll check this one for useful loot. Some Olympium. Oh, a sealing kit. That would be useful because I've shredded at least one of these tyres. And just over on this stage. Now, what I want is the so those tree things. I think it's over here. I need the sap things. These things, there we go. And the way we get these is we find our impact hammer. Where is my impact hammer? It fall out or something. Is that why it wouldn't? Where's my impact hammer gone? Is that why it wouldn't? Because it wasn't in here? Great. My impact hammer's gone wild. Ugh. I bet it's back at the somewhere down there when I crafted it. If I didn't have enough space to put it in the inventory. Is that why it was being a pain? Right, back we go. There it is. Right. Got it now. There is a storm heading in. I see it. I can leave anytime I like. So I'm gonna try and get as much of this stuff as possible. Where are we? I'm gonna get as much of this stuff as possible because I need it to fix my engine, which is now cooked again. Yeah, it's a good idea to use the correct tool for the job. So, please no. I'm only worried about that if that's instability, like proper instability. Yeah, it's proper instability. Right, we get out of here now. The car's not really set up to deal with the yellow instability. But if I see the thing on the way, any of the stuff on the way, I might just nip out and grab it. But this will be my last run for today, on stream anyway. There's a few experimental streams that I do, runs that I want to do. But my car's pretty trashed right now. I'm waiting for the Olympium nodes to sort of open up. And that's my wreck of a car. Right, let me guess that. Yeah, it's mechanics kit again. And I won't have the... Yeah. So to do the turbo light engine, so I need a new one of these. I need the thermostat crystals. Or I could go electric and just do away with all of that. Do it that way, but that I don't know how good that would be. This is the one I want. Lim chipped engine, 9 miles to the gallon, and like twice the horse. Well, a lot more horsepower in there, but it requires a lot of stuff that is very end game. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wander through and just do up my car, but I am going to end this this stream here. So with that, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.